Hello, hello. Wait, but. All right, here we go. So for tonight, we've got Vengeance Gaming versus the SpeakEz Academy. We have Vengeance at Team 1 and the SpeakEz Academy at Team 2. And yeah, we're just waiting for the map to get going here. Just had a little bit of struggles getting the stream going, but apologies to anybody in here who expects a great cast. This is my first time, so don't hold me too high of a standard. Bruh. Not a whole lot to talk about. The match is loading up. We're just getting the time going down. Starting with a nice bow cage hardpoint. Putting them in the blender right to start her off. Let's go. Honestly, not 100% sure how to drive the Codcaster properly, so we're going to learn as we go. Here we go. Alright. We got Vengeance spawning on the P2 side to get started. Getting nades going over. Looks like we've got a reset coming. Looks like the SpeakEz isn't ready, so we're going to head back to the lobby real quick. Doesn't look like Vengeance has quite figured it out yet. We're just kind of running around the map. Oh, so we're getting a quick reset in here. Not too sure what happened, but I imagine somebody lagged out because Vanguard is a great game, and nothing like that happens. Oh, and I was informed that the overlay was put on wrong, and I thought he was lying to me, but he was right. So, we fixed it, got those black bars off the screen. Now we're all ready to go. Get back into the map here. We got dev error. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Gotta get back in the lobby once again with OG Charles, the GOAT himself. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, we're just waiting on one more. I believe the teams are right. Team 1 is supposed to be Vengeance, so should be red, and I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright. Let's get a little bit of music going, because I don't know how to fill the void at this moment in time. Oh yeah, in case anyone was wondering, the person who was right was at Iron Prestige. Follow him up on Twitter. He's in the chat too. What should we play in the meantime? Oh shit, alright, here we go.
Sometimes when I sit back and really let it register, I did everything I said I would and said it first. I mean, the world's in denial, but they all know what I'm headed for.
Looks like we're getting back in.
We about to feed these youngins to the metaverse. Meanwhile, I'm over here just trying to pin
Oh, this guy be using Ender Pearls mid map. That's awesome. That's awesome.
The label used to wonder how I'm supposed to stand next to Vert.
Oh, we're playing COD, not fucking Minecraft out here, baby.
I work hard, but hard shit don't need no extra work. That's why I show up in a sweatshirt and let it burn. The world's mine, I just say fuck it, let it turn.
Alright, let's get back to it. Eric, I'm shoutcasting. Don't worry. Yeah, I don't have that that feature, Eric. I'm not that qualified to be doing this shit. All right, here we go. All right, once again we got Vengeance spawning on the P2 side. Looks like we're all good this time. Got a pretty far spread out by the Speaks here. They're trying to get mid-map control. Off Ember early. And, oh, we're missing one in Zig. Oh, and he's dead. Alright, bet. Looks like Vengeance still has the water side spawns coming across. Speaks is trying to break through the right now, it looks like. Trying to get through from P2. Oh, getting locked down by Tippy at the top. Oh, and we got a quick squad wipe on time. Vengeance doing a really good job holding down that P2 side spawns for next. As you know, like, this P1 hill is super contest heavy. Not a lot of teams get a lot of time off of it, so really focused on that other side of the map, keeping that locked down. Still having those tin spawns. Speaks is working really hard trying to get through this right side, but he can't quite do it. Oh, turned on real quick in Barn. Oh my god. These are flipped. Hang on. We're gonna have to fix the flip after the game, Reap. I'm sorry. I'll have to go back and do that in the in game. My apologies. My apologies. Or have a big hit through Barn here. 3 members coming in through the front and out the back side. And really good job by Speak flipping spawns there, keeping it on the wrong side. And here's Vengeance still trying to hit from the right hand side, going through those P2 side spawns. Right about now, I gotta start thinking about the rotation, and it looks like so far not a whole lot of pressure being put on it by either side. They're still fighting over this time on P2. Looks like off spawn number 6 is about to try to hit a route. Oh, maybe right through middle. Oh, here we go. Five's taking a wide round, but looks like Sellers has sniffed this out. He's gonna try to put him down, and he makes it work. So he keeps the P3 side spawns for the boys, locks it down. We got 2 ARs cutting down both tanks. I like this conservative setup, keeping the spawns tough. Trying to break in through the back windows, Sellers. Looking left, looking right. Doesn't see him in the corner. This Vengeance still has these spawns. Oh, never mind. The spawns get flipped, but they still don't have time. Zeke's doing a good job to flip those spawns and try to get back into time. Holding close corner. Sellers gets dropped, but looks like Speaks is still holding locking this time down as the hits coming in from Kitchen. Alright, as we get to the 20-second mark here, looks like team should be starting looking at the rotation. Looks like Vengeance has 2 members already set up here. Let's see if they can keep onto this hold. Well, they have teammates splitting actually, Water and Tin. Oh, looks like Sellers broken this down from the left. Breaking in. He's got 1, 2. Big 2-piece set of Sellers to lock this down. He's looking Zig. Get the 3rd. Oh, not quite. We got Puzzly looking it out from the middle. There's a little shaky shots there, but he locks it down really quick. As the hit looks like it's coming in from middle. Not exactly where I'd advise making the play from. Number 4 is making the wise play to go around, trying to make the play. Oh, he gets 1. He was going to look for spawners coming off. Oh, never mind. They flipped out. He's looking in the back, picking up 1 on 10. Getting the spawns for his team. Let's see if they can manage to get some time out of this too, though. Oh. We have Judy here locking down the spawners as he gets taken down and looks over to the side. Puzzly is getting out P2, trying to cut off the spawn peak as well. 18 seconds here now. We got another rotation coming in. As of yet, there's nobody really looking for it except for 8 to kind of set up Castle, trying to get those P5 side spawns. As we know, it's a really big money hill in Vanguard, one of the biggest ones that we have on this Bocage map, which tends to be a pretty big mix. Not a whole lot of time acquired for either team throughout this first rotation, to be honest. Still pretty even. A lot of white time through the first couple of hills, a lot of contest heavy time. As we got Judy locking it down, he's taken out. Now we've got Robbie looking to make a play for that L side spawns, but number 8, Charles, locks it down. He's still holding that back left, keeping the spawns there. Looks looks like Vengeance trying to hit through middle here, trying to keep through. He gets one, like down the hill. SpeakEz still has those spawn side locked down, but Vengeance has managed to get themselves onto time and are looking to accrue some of this hill time from the front. One thing that Vengeance has done a really good job of is making sure that the other team doesn't get a whole lot of time when they get that full setup. I would like to see them maybe rotate a little bit better going into this next set of rotations, but the first half did a really good job of just minimizing their damages. As we start looking ahead into this next set of rotations, it looks like we have Vengeance set up all over middle. As I say, they didn't do a good job of rotations. They seem to have turned it around. We have one pushed up into Grandma's, getting a pick. 3 down. Last guy, Charles, is in ASB. He's got to play his life. It's big to get one. He's still holding himself here. Looking to try to get a couple more in Zig. Try to get pushed up onto this time. As they're letting Vengeance get quite a bit of this time on P1. Not what you like to see if you're trying to, you know, keep this lead up. Oh, and we got one in the corner bottom. Cuzzy with a big pick on time. He's trying to stay alive, Barn. Keep this side locked down for his team. Finds another one bottom. Looks top, Barn. Grandma picks him up. That's 3 for Cuzzy. We got 4 in a row here from Cuzzy. Looking to lock down some streaks. Maybe that's 5. Cuzzy here on a big streak here. Let's see if he can find a way to at least, you know, pick up that glide bomb. As, you know, they're down 40 points, but the glide bomb could be a big piece that'll get them pushed up into this next rotation. Try to get them get that lead flipped on its head. We got Cuzzy still back here. See, looks like he died off that streak, which is unfortunate, but you know, that happens. They still have the spawns locked down. As I say that, though, he gets picked and the spawns flip out. Now we've got Vengeance trying to break from either side. One guy going around the wide and the other 2 hitting from the front, but SpeakEz just doing a really good job locking down this front side. That early setup the Vengeance had from P1 and P2 just gets ripped away as we speak, and you know, that's not what we love to see if you're trying to, you know, make a big comeback here. But we have Reflections locking down Barn. We've got one just hiding in time and one looking over Pit. This is the ideal setup for P2. As that need comes in, that's gonna get rid of one of the defenders, but they still have a really great setup here with the spawns, with people coming in even closer, which is exactly what you want if you're trying to, you know, keep this lead going. Now, as we move on over to the next P3, Vengeance looks like they have the early setup, but let's see if SpeakEz can flip it right out as like last time. Doesn't look like it as of yet. It seems like, you know, they managed to get a couple of picks, but you know, it's Vanguard, so these squad spawns keeps Vengeance close to the hill and gives them a pretty good setup here, as they managed to get a whole bunch of time off of this. The early setup they had is really working out for them as they're managing to lock this down. Reflection trying to contest in the front. He gets taken out. Eyeball hitting from the side. He gets one, and he's found his way onto time, which is not what you like to see if you're a Vengeance fan. As he sits in the back corner, waiting for the pick from the back. He's got one coming window on him. Is he going to read it? Not quite. Cuzzy gets the pick and gets 2 on the hill. What a big play from Cuzzy. This guy is going massive for his team, even though they are quite back in this game, unfortunately. We got Charles sitting from the front, takes out one, looking towards the front time. Looks like this scrap time is going to go as I say that, unfortunately. Cuzzy slides in again and gets another pick. It's a big win for him as he gets a second one. Cuzzy's going massive for his boys here. Charles comes in, gets one. Let's take a look at see what Judy's doing. We're gonna flip over there. He's you know, hitting plat. Just sneaky having a really good game here. Judy, I hadn't really quite been tracking him that much, but looks like he's 11 positive. Really locking down some time for his boys. Minute and a half. That's really big time, especially on this bocage, which as a lot of us will know, comes down to time a lot more than points, which is a really big deal for these boys. There's Judy making another one. Contesting from the side. Not quite able to actually get on, but he's waiting for his teammate. What a good play out of the SpeakEz boys. Getting that little bait and switch going. Now he's looking to lock down P2. Big win from Judy as he's holding the side. He's still down this time. He's on a 3 streak here. Let's see if maybe he can try to pick up some streaks. I don't think anybody out here is going to have any. No, there is a strafe, but unfortunately that's GA. It's not going to come into play here as he gets taken down on rotation. Looks like Vengeance here is going to have the early setup once again. But let's see if they can manage to turn it into a lot of time once again on this P5 Money Hill. He's looking over top D. Oh, and he managed to get 2. What a big win from Reflections. That's a huge piece to get this hill time. He's going to get contested really quick. Doesn't turn into a whole lot, but that's a big white time really quick. as we still see Vengeance with those back right spawns. Managing a 3-stack tank, which is an interesting play. I'm not sure I've seen that one before, but it might end up working. As it does work out for them in the end. They still have these spawns. They seem to love those back tanks there. You know, it works for some people, not for others. Like, you know, it's to each their own. Looks like he's gonna try to stun back out. Gets up one. Reflections now, trying to hold down Grandma's for this next rotation. Looks like he might actually try to get a contest on this. A little bit of shaky shots. Gets saved by Charles. That's good teamwork from out of them. Another quick bait and switch to get him off time. Hitting through tunnel. Looking to try to get towards top flat. Maybe try to cut off some rotation here. Good trigger to spawn on him, even though it kind of lets his teammate die, unfortunately. Not what you love to see if you're a eyeball-y fan, but, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get the kills. You've got one hiding in hut. That looks to be number 2, Sellers. He managed to get a pick, get some mid-map control for his teammates. Although everybody's falling around him, and he unfortunately gets pistoled. Looks like they're looking to rotate, even though SpeakEz wins off of this time. I don't know exactly what the play call there is, but looks like they're going to try to contest now. With 7 seconds to go until a SpeakEz win, and it looks like they're going to be able to take map 1. If they just stay on the time here and end it out. SpeakEz win. Oh, the contest coming in. Not done yet. Vengeance can maybe turn this next, get this to another hill. Never mind. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna really get to another hill. So we're probably gonna see P2 here unless. Oh, never mind. They just got wiped off. Big map 1 out of the SpeakEz Academy. Judy going absolutely massive. 35. We'll look at the stats after because it's a little bit delayed. But also, I've been informed that the teams are flipped. But maybe the person who informed me which team was which had his colors different than me. Also, I see Schneids, you subscribed with Prime. I really appreciate that, brother. It means a lot. As promised, I will in fact be shaking ass for subs, so that will happen after this when I get the webcam going and I got a couple more drinks in me. Don't you worry, brother, if you want to stick around. I really appreciate it, though. I believe we're going to go into a switch hosts here. I'm not 100% sure how to pull up the stats here, to be honest with you. Looks like we're not actually able to after the map. Unfortunately, if you guys, okay, I'll switch it up after. I'm sorry. I thought he said blue, but his blue and red must be swapped from mine. I mean, I have green, but like overall, it must have just been flipped from when it was before. I'll get it figured out after this one. I apologize to everybody in the stream for saying the wrong names. Alright, I believe we're switching over hosts. I have not also been informed on which map is coming up here next. I guess we'll wait and see when they pull it up. Alright, let's see. Oh, no, I'm not in the right game. One sec. Alright. So, if I am correct and they were flipped, that means it's actually 1-0 to Vengeance Gaming, not SpeakEz Academy. I apologize for that, and I will get it figured out after this really quick, once I know which side is which. So team 1, team 2. Alright, let's figure this out. I apologize once again. That would mean that Robbie and the boys are SpeakEz Academy, I believe. All right, so they're team 2. It will be in a sec, Jay. Not just after the after this series is done. I hope, man. I think we're actually good for this one, because I think they actually switched. Okay, if they're... Okay, should be good now. There will be, like, channel point things, and also I will be doing full large shots for subs later on after the match. If anybody would like to stick around. A little bit of free advertising, I apologize. Alright, let's get loaded in here, this Tuscan S&D. Looking at the defensive side changes here to see what kinds of things are going to happen here. I know it's been a little bit since the change happened, bear with me, you know, but we need a couple of things to talk about because there's not a whole lot going on at this very moment. I think we should be okay for team-wise. If not, I really apologize, but I think we're all good. Let me see, hopefully when it pulls up, we will be okay. Nope, we flipped it. I don't know how we flipped it again, because that said Team 2, and they were Team 2. I'll work it out in my head. I apologize. Alright, so we've got Vengeance Gaming on defense here, looking to set up over this A-bomb site. We've got Charles getting aggressive through you, and we had Tippy making a play for it, but looks like he's backing up. Looks like he's going to try to wrap towards his teammates over here at B. They're looking to make a play through P5, but it looks like Judy has read this. He went huge in the last hard point, so I would be a little bit worried sliding out on this guy back P5. Looks like the Speaks are just like taking their time here, feeling it out. A little bit of engagement from middle, but he backs on, plays his life. Smart play out of Robbie. Now he's getting to look back into P5, getting ready to make a play through P5. Looks like it's starting to work out here in their favor. We're gonna take a little quick change here, really fast. Why didn't it flip? Oh yeah, done. There we go. I figured it out. Thank you. That was actually a really good tip because I kind of forgot that I could just do that, even though in the game it's changed. But we're all good. I got it again. Thank you to... I'm sorry, I actually can't read your name because it's really whited out. But thank you for the tip. I figured it out. We're all good. We're all good. And as we were tabbed out, it looks like Vengeance is going to be able to take the first round as they're defusing here. Looks like they're waiting for Deddy, I imagine. Just, you know, the little things that make a big difference in Call of Duty, as many of us are probably aware, as we are set to move on to the next round. Alright, as we switch sides, and we're going to have... now we are going to have Vengeance Gaming on offense here. Let's see what they try to do from their POVs really quick. We've got Reflections. Who's going to be the bomb carrier here? Looks like Judy's going to be the bomb carrier. Let's see how they look to play this. We're hitting a 4-stack on field. This is very aggressive. They got Sellers is the only one here. If they can take him out, they're going to have full site control from the outside. They're doing their best to isolate him. He is absolute. He's going to get taken out. There you go. Now taking full field control, but now we've had Cusley make the smart heads-up play, wrap back around field. Now he's trying to set it back up once again. As now they're trying to swarm the site. Big pick from Charles to keep the site. Oh, it looks like Robbie on that flank has gotten spotted out, and he's been traded. What a big play from Robbie just to get one there after he'd already been caught out. It's a big win from him to be able to at least get it into a 1v2 situation for Tippy. How he's looked to play is he's getting over onto the Dick Rock, making a look. Spots him on you. Big pick from Tippy. Now we've got a 1v1, Tippy versus Charles. This is a very big round for the team. If they can get this to a 1-1 round count, this is definitely still in the bag, but it looks like Charles, and they've just, like two ships in the night, have just wrapped past each other. And now looking to make a play in mid. Charles is right around this corner. Is he going to spot him out? No. Charles makes the play to keep his boys up 2-0 in this game. was an interesting hit out of Vengeance Gaming, opting to go 4 out into field. Not one you see very often, as you know, if you have an AR on the crouch heady backfield, sometimes you can get a lot of kills as they wrap across. But in this situation, they managed to isolate the one backfield, pick him, and then slowly work towards middle. Ended up working out well for them. So not a bad play out of Vengeance. I like the play call, and now we've got Speaks Academy back on the offense, trying to make a play. Looks like another slow hit from them, unless they wrap out field, as as Eyeball is the only one here looking to make a play. He's got that snipe out too. You know, he can in Vanguard. He can do a lot of damage with that. So looking to just try to get a pick on this player that has bomb in Tippy. It looks like he's gonna read Tippy to Robbie. What a nice snipe out of Eyeball. He locking downfield. Good plays out of him. Shooting top middle, just pre-firing top fire. Not really getting anything, but keeping his life at the very least, keeping this man advantage for this for Vengeance Gaming as they look to try to isolate this bomb carry, and they've managed to get a 1v3, and it's not looking great for Cuzzy. Good defensive play from Vengeance Gaming, managing to keep their round advantage and pushing it up to 3-0. As you know, Cuzzy was just really hoping that his boys get a little map control for him so he could keep a sight on that A bomb, but unfortunately it doesn't work out, and Vengeance Gaming will be able to take the defensive round. And as we flip back over on Vengeance's offense, as they are looking, this time it looks like they're looking to make a play through P5. Is there going to be somebody to make it? Looks like Robbie is going to be here. He's going to be the lone man to stop this bomb as he busts in. I don't think the players here heard him. He might have a chance to get a pick here. Oh, looks like you heard the window. We got a 1v1 here with Robbie and Charles. The second one comes to help him out, and Judy manages to clean him up, as now there's a 3-on-2 life advantage for the Speaks, as they all have a big presence towards A, and they've somehow managed to trap both members of Vengeance Gaming in this P5 location. Not the most advantageous spot if they're looking to get a bomb down, but they do have this side locked down in case somebody tries to get over aggressive. And it looks like that, they're opting to make a play towards B, and there is somebody here to stop it. It is going to be Tippy. He knows one is in this corner. He just want to overchild an AR because he knows that he can die very fast in this game that we like to call Vanguard. And you know, he's just really making sure he's not getting flanked by the second player. Big gunfight goes down in the back for Charles. That is a huge win to even up the lives. And it looks like he's made a read on this guy radio. Not quite able to win it though. And now it's a 1v1, Judy versus Sellers. And Judy looks to wrap towards A. I like this play, but I think Tippy's read it. He has, and he gets the kill, getting the Speaks Academy on the board with their first round win of this S&D. That was a big clutch from the boys. You know, they had the man advantage. They lost it, but they managed to pull it back and finish the round out. Good clutch out of the boys. And a big part of that was they managed to stop Charles from getting streaks, which is going to be a big advantage down the stretch if he had managed to pick that up, but he didn't. So all good in the Speaks camp in that regard. So now we're going to have Speaks' offense here, as now they're looking to 4-hit P5. This is very ballsy. This play has a very high risk reward. If they manage to get through, they're gonna have a lot of control. But if they don't, it's gonna be the respawn screen for everybody. It looks like not the best thought in the world, sending his teammate, but he manages to get through. It's a big pick on Platt. Now they managed to set it up. But Charles on that flank, big pick, and now he's wrapped back through P5. Nobody is going to be ready for him in this far side corner. And now the Speaks, it looks like they've just slowed down. They're trying to regroup, get their man advantage back, and look to get this bomb down at B. They don't know it, but they do have full site control on B. So if they manage to work it out and get towards the bomb, they're going to have a lot of advantages here over Vengeance Gaming when they try to retake. But it looks like Judy is in a position to make a play. If Sellers gets a little bit overzealous, this could lead to a man advantage for Vengeance. But a big win from Tippy in the back stops that from happening. Tippy and Cuzzy are having a massive series in both of these first two maps. And a big trade there from top radio looks to be a 2v1 advantage now for the Speaks as they look to lock down this B site. And Judy has wrapped all the way through P5, and he's just looking to make a slow play, try to get his picks. He has to check left. He tries to go around. Coming down Platt, checking his back. He's trying to get one, not quite able to do it. And the Speaks rally back to lowered the round advantage of Vengeance Gaming to only 1. That is a really, really big deal, as that was starting to get out of hand, but they've regrouped, worked together, made good play calls, and managed to turn it back around. Big out, largely on the backs of the play of Tippy, as he's managed to get 5 kills in a row to bring this back. I think we should start off with him and see what he's able to do from this position moving forward on this defensive round. I believe it's going to be an orthodox play out of Vengeance, looking to get 1 middle. Yep, it's going to be pretty orthodox. 3 going field, 1 middle. They managed to get the first pick on the site. That's big. They opened up that U for the boys. And there's a big trade on field coming out of Robbie. That's a really big trade to make it happen. He's just trying to finesse his life. Gets a little bit overzealous once again, and that's going to come back to hurt them in this round, I think, as now Vengeance has full control of the site and some control of field. As we have 1 deep, that's going to be Sellers. I think he spotted him back block, but he just wisely backs away as Judy managed to get this bomb down and just plays his life on site. Sellers now has a big task ahead of him, as he's going to have to try to find this pick, top fire. And as the fire guy goes down, now it's just a 2v1 for Vengeance. Both are playing front church, just holding each other's backs for a second, not trying to get two-pieced. As one jumps out middle, that's going to be a big kill if he can get it. That's a big 1v1 win for Sellers. He plays his life. He gets around the corner. Now, 15 seconds left. Time does not favor him, as he's going to have to find a way to pick Judy and get the bomb defused, as Judy's just set up on you, and it looks like he's not going to have enough time. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be another round win for Vengeance as they go up 4-2 in this game. That was a good play coming out of SpeakEz to try to retake field. Robbie did the best that he could to stay alive there, try to, even up the life advantage, but it just didn't quite manage to come through. And it's those rounds that are just going to be a little bit tough to swallow, I think. But as of right now, not too far. This is a really big swing round in this S&D. 5-2. The difference between 5-2 and 4-3 in a game of S&D is very big. So let's stay on board with Sellers and the SpeakEz team and see if they and they get 2 pieces off the rim and 3 go down, and now they just have their flank player left alive in Robbie, and he has now been fully isolated over at P5 as the side of Vengeance Gaming has taken full control of A and the rest of the map, and it looks like they have a pretty good idea of where Robbie has to be, and now he's kind of just stuck here as he's just desperately trying to play his life, unfortunately not able to do it, and the round win comes in for Vengeance, and that 5-2 advantage is going to be a very, very tough hill to climb for the side of the SpeakEz Academy. But as we all know, it's, a wise man once said, it's never chalked, and comebacks happen in Call of Duty all of the time, as we did see a 5-0 come in the CDL just yesterday, so anything is possible here. So let's see if Tippy and the boys can find a way to bring it back. It looks like a 4-stack for Vengeance out towards P5. This is the same play that the SpeakEz did, and it managed to work out for them, as it looks like Robbie managed to spot out most of the side of Vengeance. However, there's a big gunfight going down in the back, Charles against Sellers, and Charles manages to win it. So a 4v3 advantage now for Vengeance in this last round. Make it a 4v2 and a 4v1. Looks like it's going to be a 2-0 advantage for Vengeance, unless, and unfortunately, it is not able to happen. And it was a valiant effort from the SpeakEz side down the stretch, but they just were not able to close it out against this Vengeance Gaming roster, who it appears has quite a lot of firepower in their arsenal when it comes to every game mode in Call of Duty. We saw a big map out of Charles, and on the farther side to shine some light, Tippy had a really good map. Again, he played really well on the bow cage as well. He did his best, but unfortunately they just were not able to get enough control of these bomb sites in order to make enough round wins happen to take that series. Unfortunately, that is the nature of the game, and it looks like we're going to be moving over to a control, the round of which I'm not 100% certain on. Once again, we'll just have to wait and see when we get in there. Let's see what kind of... They're just going to... Okay. Maybe Judy has the right lobby. Alright, so looks like we're going to have Tuscan control, and not very knowledgeable on what maps are good for which team, but if the last map is any of an indication, I would slightly favor Vengeance, just based on everything I've seen so far. But as I said, it's never chalked. Anything can happen. Reverse sweeps do happen all the time, even at the highest level. As even another example, Toronto Ultra Academy made 2 massive reverse sweeps in a row over the weekend. Unfortunately, you know, they got vanguarded. It happens to the best of us. This game has its quirks that unfortunately cost them a lot, but I digress as we move on to the next map. And the in-game one, I'm going to try to get right this time, so bear with me 1 second. 1 sec. Let's see if I can fix the Codcaster as well. This one. Okay, and then they are purple. Purple and white. And then team 2 is Vengeance Gaming. And they are red and white. Alright. Hopefully they're both right this time. We can mess around with it a little bit. It's really confusing that Team 1 in the Codcaster is actually Team 2 on the scoreboard, but again, just things that I'll have to learn as we go. We'll see. Hopefully things get better if I decide to do this again. I apologize. As I said at the beginning, this is my first time, so I'm sure it's not the best viewing experience you've ever had in your life, but if I continue to do it, I'll try to learn and do better next time. But I appreciate everybody in here who supports either of these teams or came to support the stream. Whichever it is, I really appreciate you being here. And yeah, we'll move forward with another great map of Call of Duty as we move forward. Looks like the teams are ready to go, and we're about to start loading in. Alrighty. See if I have the scoreboard right this time. I guess we'll see when it pulls up. But series score off. Try to turn that on. 1. See if I figured it out. We're messing around. We're doing our best. Nope. Wrong side. Alright, there we go. We're all good. As we get set to hop into this round of control, we have Vengeance on the defensive side, and they're going to look for a you're going to need a dominant one here in order to keep this side. Looks like Eyeball is looking for the 2-piece here. He manages to close it out, and Sellers is going to be the last one alive here on God. That's a very egotistical child coming out of Eyeball with that pistol, but you know what? I gotta respect it. Gotta respect it as we have Judy working through middle, trying to get to his teammate top fires. Maybe trying to look for a couple spawn kills here is Charles. He gets caught timing though and gets taken out from the back as it's 3 down now for SpeakEz Academy as they have a full setup on A, and it looks like they're going to be able to get at least 2 ticks here as Robbie's on a big flank. If he manages to get his way onto B here, he can put a lot of pressure on Vengeance Gaming to make a play as he looks like spots one crossing, not able to get the kill, and gets taken out from green, which not the greatest opportunity there out of Robbie. I would have liked to see him maybe play his life a little bit, get to the back, look for a couple kills, but at the end of the day, he splits the map, managed to get A, and that's a big, really big start for SpeakEz Academy if they want to get into this series. Charles managed to find 3 bottom church. What a play from Charles. Unfortunately, he gets taken out by a stun, but that is a really big play from Charles to stop any of the pressure coming in from the side of SpeakEz Academy, as now it looks like things are going to slow down a little bit as we have Tippy top ladder looking to get a kill. P5 side, Charles is low. They didn't see him, and unfortunate team kill comes in, and that shuts down yet another wave of pressure from SpeakEz Academy as they come off spawn and look to make a play through field. and middle, as we have Cellulars hitting through bottom, getting a kill, playing his life expertly. That is a good play out of Cellulars to just get his life, stay up, as we have one top church, big kill going down, unfortunately unable to get his iBally, managed to get it top ladder and move towards the side, as Cellulars now has to try to find a way to get all the way pushed through into the Vengeance Gaming spawn. Not the easiest task, as we know, as coming out of P5 is not the most friendly gunfight for anybody to be involved in, and we have 2 members of Vengeance Gaming here looking to lock it down. It's a big kill from Cuzzy, though, opens it up as Charles is close. He doesn't manage to take him out, and Charles managed to get 2, but take it out. Now that's big play to Speaks. They have plat control, and they're looking to work through. There's 1 on point, stopping the clock, and Cuzzy working top plat, just trying to look for some picks. He manages to get, he gets taken out from low ramp, and that's unfortunately another set of pressure that is just wiped away from the side of Speaks Academy, as they just look to regroup and make one. You're gonna need to make one more good hit here and try to make it work as they look to work through P5. They get it on a plat, that's big. Now they just have to worry about these players that are over here as they get one and try to get across, not able to do it. But Tippy, though, almost manages to make it happen, but unfortunately not quite able to do it, and it looks like that is going to be a solid defensive round win for the side of Vengeance Gaming. Now, light at the end of the tunnel for Speaks is they do manage to get 3 ticks on the board, which may help them a lot as we work towards the final round, if we manage to get that far. Other than that, not a whole lot to take away from that. They did try to work through P5, and it worked for them a little bit. They managed to get that plat control, which, you know, is very important, just weren't quite able to capitalize on it in the end. But as we now look to see what Vengeance can do on their offense, we have iBally working through bottom middle, looking to get pushed up here. Cuzzy in middle, that's a big win from Cuzzy to shut it down. He does get taken out, but, you know, it could be a lot worse for the boys. As we now have iBally looking to work towards P5, as we actually have Charles pushed up on B, and he's stopping this clock, and there's a little bit of a standoff here. Looking ramp, good read out of Charles to get one. He's sliding across, manages to play his life, goes down. Robbie manages to get on point and slowing down this offense. Unfortunately taken out, but that's a big play out of Speaks to shut down that offensive play. And as we now have Vengeance flipping the script and working over towards A, as we have Charles here having a really big map right now. It's 12 and 8, putting a lot of pressure on the other team. He's locking down this God-heady location, but we have a flank coming in here. We have Kuzi on the back, trying to make a play. Unfortunately, is only able to get 1 before getting taken out, as Vengeance has a really good setup all around this U side. But it's a really big play from the boys on Speaks, though. They do manage to get a wipe on A. Even though that team kill comes in, it's not going to matter a whole lot, as they have managed to push Vengeance all back towards spawn. Now look, what they look to do is probably work towards P5, as we have a 3 hit coming in, but they're not aware of this pressure bottom. That's going to hurt them, I think. They're not aware. Charles with a massive kill on the Tippy, and it looks like that pressure has been shut down, and they're going to have to come off respawn and try to make a different kind of play. As now they've started working towards A, they're just going to lock down A and then go for it. This 3rd tick is big, as it's going to tie up the ticks between these 2 teams and put it in a bit of a standoff for this round 5. Who's going to come away with defense for the all-important overtime round. But now we have 3 members of Vengeance trying to work towards Church, as they get a bit of a separation here, and they manage to get into bottom Church. There's only 1 member here to slow it down from Speaks, and he managed to get 2. Really big play out of Kuzi, stays alive, and they managed to shut down this offense. What a good play out of Speaks. Kuzi and Robbie coming together to get 3 kills and completely shutting down that offensive pressure from Vengeance. As now Vengeance has to try to work their way back towards P5 and try to get some more plat control, as we have 1 member of the side of Speaks here to stop it. Kuzi again with another big 2 piece, almost gets the 3. Unfortunately gets shut down, but he does slow down this push. Reflections does manage to get 2, though, back on the other side to get back across the plat, and they're just working this plat side with Cellulars is the only one here to make a play. He unfortunately goes down, and Vengeance is now stacking on the point. If they hold this stack, they could come away with this offensive round, which is going to put this map in a really tough position for Speaks. He managed to get 1, plays his life, and he is not quite able to do anymore, as Charles gets 2 and plays his life back L side. Now Kuzi and Cellulars working in the back. Kuzi manages to get 1, plays his life, gets up radio. This is going to be a really big pinch coming from Kuzi. If they can manage to get these players off point, they could maybe have a chance in this round. As Charles does get taken out, but that's the 2nd tick coming in from Vengeance. That's a really big deal. Now they're going to have that 2-tick advantage moving into this next round, which, you know, as it stands, looks like it's going to come into play and is definitely an advantage here for Vengeance Gaming, as the only one left alive is going to be Judy, and unfortunately gets taken out to end this round. Now, key takeaways here, you know, Vengeance tried an early play towards B. They had a little bit of success, didn't work. They had to go back towards A, locked it down, and then start working over. They tried the same sort of P5 pressure that SpeakEz did, and, you know, mild success. They just didn't quite do a good enough job clearing out their corners. They didn't really worry about the bottom P5, which is a really big power position for the defense, as it's a really tough gunfight to take from the top down into those stairs. But as we move into this next round, we have Suzy working an outer block, shutting in a nade on a Dick Rock. He doesn't manage to hit him, and iValley with a big play. He reads his flank. He knows Robbie is hitting him from that side, and unfortunately, still lose it to Robbie, but that's 2 down for the side of SpeakEz, as they managed to have one person on A, and he's going to get cleared out, it looks like, from Judy with that nade. And now middle map control looks to be sort of towards the side of SpeakEz. Not a whole lot of pressure on it from either side, but SpeakEz is now reinforcing from the middle. And Robbie gets pushed in through you. That's a big sneak. Nobody saw him do that. He managed to get through and get one before getting traded. But getting that one kill is really big, as it sets up U side for the side of SpeakEz, and manages to get a pretty good A setup going, as long as they can get a couple of more of these kills. And unfortunately not able to really do so, as Robbie gets one middle and Kuzi gets taken out on point, and unfortunately their offensive pressure has once again been wiped off the board, as now they're going to have to hit respawn, regroup, and find a new way to push. As it looks to be a P5 play. He doesn't check his corner, but almost manages to get the snap. Charles has made his way into radio, and he's going to get traded eventually, but the 2-piece from Charles is really big, as it's going to slow down that pressure once again, as not a whole lot of time on the point has been able to be accrued from the side of SpeakEz Academy, as now it looks like they're going to try to work towards the middle and work from that side. Tippy in a really big corner here, looking to alleviate some of this middle pressure. I don't think he saw Charles get through. Charles on a big flank. He manages to get through and get one. He gets 2, and he managed to play his life. That is a really, really big swing from Vengeance. They now have an 18-10 life advantage, which is a really, really tall mountain to climb for SpeakEz Gaming, or SpeakEz Academy, who has been pushed all the way back into their spawn and is just slowly getting farmed by Charles and iValley, and a little bit Reflections as well. But this side of the map has been locked down really heavily from the side of Vengeance, as this looks to be a Darrow situation, unfortunately, for the side of the SpeakEz Academy, as I don't believe they actually managed to get any ticks on the point that round, which, as it stands, means that no matter what happens in this next round, Vengeance will have defense on round 5, which, as we know, is such a big deal on these control maps, as it is so difficult to manage to take both of the control points within one map. Take a quick drink there as we move into this next round. We've got Vengeance Gaming working out on offense, and it looks like they're just going to go for an orthodox A play. Not seeing a whole lot of different breaks out of these teams, just pretty standard. Looking to get A control off the rip and lock some time down. We've got Robbie has one here trying to lock it down. He unfortunately gets taken out by iValley. It's a big 2-piece from iValley to open up the A site, and now they've managed to get at least one tick on A, and maybe the second. Oh, looks like now it's going to be the second tick, as iValley is now alone over here on this A point, as his teammates sprint to try to reinforce him, and the side of SpeakEz Academy is just doing their utmost to try to get back over here. iValley now playing in U, looking to get this pick onto the pillar. A little bit of staking going on, you know. I won't say anything about it. Just watching a lot of Cellium's VODs and learning from some of the best players in the game as it sees. And Cellulars with a big win there onto this A side is going to alleviate a bit of this pressure coming. And you know, it looks to be that Vengeance Gaming is just biding their time, working with the lives that they have, and just looking to slowly work to this A. They know they don't have to rush it too much, as I'm sure they know, just as we do, that they're going to have this defense next round, so they are not crazy stressing the point right now. But as I say this, Cellulars has managed to get back onto a 5 streak and bring back what was a pretty tough start for him. But if he manages to pick up this next kill and get streaks, this could be the swing they need, and that is a really big kill of Cellulars. He managed to pick up that glide bomb at, you know, this round looks like it's going to go the way of the SpeakEz Academy, and as we know, they will be on defense, but this glide bomb out of Cellulars is going to be a really big factor in this next round. If they can manage to use it to a strong advantage on the B site, there's a strong possibility that they could manage to capture that site. As he just chooses to use it now, which I 100% don't agree with. I'm not sure what the play call was to use that streak. Maybe they saw B pressure and panicked a little bit. I don't know, but that's something they would have really loved to have had going into this round 5, that they're just not going to have that utility to use anymore with this life advantage here that, you know, it's not a crazy high advantage, but not the kind of deficit that I would recommend investing in the streak. Even though Cellulars does manage to bring his game all the way back and is now sitting at around even, not what I would have expected to see, but now he's trying to lock down Plat, falls down, but 12-3 life advantage for the SpeakEz. This is going to be a round win for them, and it's going to get them to that round 5 where they are going to have to make a massive play to take this offensive win from the side of Vengeance Gaming. There's a little bit of a pixel peek there. The side of Vengeance has managed to get on a B. They don't have any respawns left, only one member live, and this will be the round now, as the last member live is going to be Judy, and he's all the way around the spawn. He might be able to get a couple of kills here, which, padding the stats a little bit, it's not going to really affect the outcome of this game, but he will maybe get a bit of a confidence here. He manages to get 2. You know, he's putting up a fight here. Still just an 8-1 life advantage, and he's going to get pushed out here, and that's going to be the end of the round, unfortunately. But SpeakEz Academy manages to rally back, finish this round out, get it to a 2-2, get us to a round 5. But, you know, this offensive round 5 is going to be a tall hill for them to climb still, and they would have loved to have that streak there for this round. But we live and we learn, and we move on, and let's see what they're able to do on this offense. Let's get it started off with Robbie, I think, for this one. See what he opts to do off this break. See if they try anything unorthodox. Just try to flip the script, and it looks like that's going to be the case. It looks like they're making a play call towards B, and this could end up working out really well for them if they manage to kill Charles. If they kill Charles here without losing too many lives, this could be a big play. As Charles wisely plays his life back down Plat, the whole side of SpeakEz Academy is here trying to make play towards B, and they now have 2 on point. That's a big team kill from the side of Vengeance. That's going to slow down their defensive pressure, and it looks like Cellulars gets up, Nix gets a kill. It looks like they're holding down middle. Robbie with a big kill here. That's that first pick coming in. Robbie unable to get the kill. I would have liked to have seen SpeakEz maybe stack the point a little bit more, maybe get some more of this progression, but as it stands, they're still getting hill time here. Bit of a life advantage. 28-23 for SpeakEz Academy. This looks like a B capture for them. They've managed to lock it down. Now they're pushing towards Church. This is a really, really, really impressive break out of the side of SpeakEz Academy. They're making this happen. They've managed to get Church control. They have spawn control. They lose a member, but it's okay. They're still working towards field. Now we have Cellulars still pushed up field. We have 2 members of Vengeance Gaming in U. They're going to have to make a tough play on this A site, which, as we know, is the by far easier point to take, but still not easy when you're dealing with a team like Vengeance Gaming. As now we have a little bit of pressure coming in from SpeakEz, but it's wiped out by Judy with a really big 2-piece in spawn, and now he's just looking to alleviate a lot of the pressure from his team, maybe get this life count a little bit more manageable. As it stands, it's actually only 18-16 now. It's actually become a lot more doable for this side of Vengeance, as Judy unfortunately loses that, but field control is still in the hands of Vengeance Gaming, as the SpeakEz Academy looks to be a little bit flustered, not really sure which way they want to hit. They're kind of like regroup around Fountain and try to get a couple of these picks. Charles managed to find one, gets traded out. Now we have Kuzi playing out, not quite able to get the kill either. iValley is locking down field, and this is still a strong field setup out of Vengeance Gaming, as SpeakEz Academy just cannot get out of this backside spawn. Somebody needs to get out, somebody needs to go wide, somebody needs to try to get a pinch, but they just aren't able to do it, and they're just coming down the middle one after another, and it's just coming out to hurt them in the end, as Charles does get gunned, but still a lot of field pressure here for Vengeance Gaming, as SpeakEz is doing their best. As we see Robbie's getting out middle. I like to see this. He's trying to make plays, getting aggressive. He manages to get one from Charles. Somebody called in a strafing run. You know, clearly GAs are not really being respected out here, which depends on what they agreed on. Maybe they agreed to not do GAs. I don't know. I wasn't in the comms, so maybe they did. If they didn't, I don't love that decision. But you know, as it stands, it's a 5-4 life advantage for SpeakEz, and it looks like they're actually going to be able to close out this offensive round, barring a incredible play out of the side of Vengeance Gaming. As it does not look to be the case, they will lock it down. Now, you know, something to be discussed here is, did that strafing run really have a large impact on the game, and from my opinion, I believe that it did. I mean, for that entire side of that round, Vengeance Gaming had a really big advantage on the field side. I didn't see exactly, but it looked to be I'm assuming not Kuzi, but I think it would have been Cellular who called that in, just to clear out the field. Which, hey, whatever it takes out here. If there's money on the line, there's money on the line. But unfortunately, some of the Vengeance Gaming side may not be too happy with that decision. However, in match chat, it seems that people aren't too upset, so we'll just move on. Don't need to talk about that as a controversy anymore. Clearly, people saw it a little bit differently than I did, but it is all good as we move into this next game, as it looks to be a third Tuscan in a row, which is not too shocking considering the pool of maps that we have on this game. But, you know, another argument for another day. Alrighty, let's get set up here. We're back on the right side. It looks like the teams are going to be the same, so now I believe the in-game overlay and the stream overlay are both going to be right, so it's going to be a little bit easier to follow. I, again, apologize for the earlier mishap, but it's all been corrected now, so we're doing okay. Looks like everybody's getting ready to get back into this map. I imagine... I was actually mistaken. It looks like it's going to be Berlin. Originally they had Tuscany loaded up, but I assume they just hadn't changed the map yet. But these things happen as we move on to the next map. And get going here. I'm just, you know, pouring out the next drink, getting prepared for the second phase of the stream, which comes a little bit later, as some of you may be aware of. Hopefully we get some of you staying in, having some fun. It's gonna be a good evening after this. I implore you. As we get this little bottle of Crown opened up. Oh, that smell. That's a healthy little dollop. Alrighty. As we get started here, it looks like it's going to be Vengeance Gaming spawning on the preferred side from this back P3. And going to be working towards hopefully getting a bunch of this time on P1, as that is the goal when you spawn on this side. Looks like we're going to have Charles working down towards our. He has been stunned, so Robbie will know here. Is he going to win the chow? He jumps out. Unfortunately, not able to win it. Charles with a big win. Trying to look towards upstairs. Not able to close it out. Cellular's with a big win, and we're as the blood settles, we have a Vengeance Gaming set up on the hill, and now looks to be 2 in time, 1 in upstairs. Upstairs is taken out. Now we have a little bit of an opening for SpeakEz, but just getting wiped out as they try to get through front. We have iValley on a 5 streak to start off this map, just locking down this time, looking deep, long haul, looking at top, just trying to keep this time for the side of Vengeance Gaming and work towards this series win, as he does get taken out, but still not a lot of hill control coming out of the side, and rotations are coming down, and it's going to look like SpeakEz are still going to have these spawns here, but it's going to be a big gunfight going down here on Warehouse. I don't think Tippy has seen Reflection. Reflection's still out there. Now he knows he's there. Is he going to be able to trade this out? This is a big kill for Tippy if he is able to get it. He's looking top, still looking for Reflections. He has not missed my Reflections yet. He was still playing back useless side. And as unfortunately Tippy gets taken out, there goes a lot of pressure for the next spawn that SpeakEz we're going to have, as still it's a little bit white, but a little bit of white time going on as we're just getting set here, and iValley with a big 2-piece. This guy has really turned up to try to close the series up for his squad. Sliding front, I'm not able to win it. He was still weak, unfortunately, but goes down. Charles and Judy combine. Charles, Judy, and Reflections combine for 3 in the feed, which is going to afford Vengeance Gaming all of this scrap time as the rotation goes down. We see SpeakEz with early rotation here once again, and let's see if this time they're more able to convert it. to some time for their team, as they have a pretty spread out setup here. They have one on the back head glitch, just watching over all of street as everybody else is playing in towards fire and P3. As one kill goes down street, they push out street. It looks like Reflection is going to be able to block these spawns. He manages to flip it. Now it looks like this setup is flipping on its head for the side of Vengeance Gaming, as Robbie is still in the same corner holding this front. He has not been challenged yet. He sees Reflection, manages to take him out. That's a big kill, as Vengeance Gaming has managed to secure the spawns, but still not able to get into this hell time, as Robbie gets another kill, still locking this down. Big wins coming out of Robbie just to stay in this time, and they can play. Cuzley with the big help, that big two-piece, kept the front side locked down, and it looks like SpeakEz Academy is going to be good for this time on this side. They're still locked down this rotation, and only one more push, it looks like, coming in from Judy. He might be able to play spoiler here, but unfortunately gets taken down, so this scrap time is still going to go towards SpeakEz, as we have a big gunfight going down here on rotation. Cellular's able to win it, doesn't get quite to the back, and that looks like it will be spawns on new for Vengeance Gaming, as we have two of the members of SpeakEz working their way towards back warehouse, getting through the left. Robbie's running point here. He's going to be the first point of attack here. He's going to be the first interaction. He manages to spot Eyeball, not able to win it, and Cellular's a big trade though. Gets two. That's a big kill from Cellular's. He manages to get a little bit of pressure here. Keep this time for his squad, and Eyeball just searching for him. Not able to find him. That's a big win from Cellular's. Another gunfight going on time, and Charles unable to win it, and that's a huge break from SpeakEz. Managing to turn what looked like a really, really tough setup from Vengeance into a lot of time that's going to come through for SpeakEz. That is a really, really big break that is greatly impacted. Cellular's unfortunately gets turned on, but that's okay, and they're still in a good position to get a lot of this time on new. Cellular's now getting into time, setting up as we have another rotation going down, as it looks like it's going to be a big fight going on towards P2. Reflections with his life here, looking to get a kill. He manages to get one on Tippy. Manages to lock down P2's side. Now he's managed, I just know it, but all the pressure has now been relieved from P2, and he's able to get a bit of a setup going here from P2's side. Nobody really working towards that side. It looks like the push from SpeakEz is going to be coming from that P4 train station side, as they're just looking to get a little bit of map control here and try to work towards the time. As Charles managed to get one, Wiley with another. Last one alive here is Cuzzy. He's just trying to play his life, maybe get a pick or two, just try to hopefully get the right on time. Not able to do it, as Charles manages to pick up that kill and gets back on time, looking for Cellular's. Not able to win it, unfortunately, as Cellular's gets in, gets traded. Valley with two big kills on time to secure a bit more of this scrap time for the side of Vengeance Gaming, as they're playing really tight around this P5 time. I would like to see one of them maybe try to get a rotation and try to set up for this new P1, which is much more of a money hill in this P5, but as they come off spawn, it looks like they're going to be here, and all good for them as they are ready to set up for this next P1 rotation. Big gunfight going down the far side. Reflection with Tippy. Reflection manages to win it and manages to get a second one on middle, and alleviates much of the spawn pressure that could have been coming in, and now it's just ready to lock. Oh, we have a big flight coming in, number 2. That is going to be Cellular's. Works to the back. Shaky shots once again for the kid, though. That is very unfortunate for SpeakEz Academy, as that would have been a really big play to get locked into time. As now they're spawning in the spawn trap, and this may be easy kills for the ARs of Vengeance Gaming. As Judy gets one, iValley looking to stay alive, get another one. He manages to find one. Robbie, last one alive on point. He does get that kill, which is big for the team. Manages to get 2. That is a really, really big play from Robbie, just to alleviate some pressure, as Reflections now has flipped it on the side, got 2, gets 3 with the pistol. Oh my god, what a play out of Reflections to keep this scrap time for his squad on 4 in a row, looking to lock down some more, manages to get Tippy. Cuzzy is next up. Charles is helping him out, keeping him back. This is a really, really big play from Reflections. If he manages to get this streak on top of the hill pressure that he's able to get, this may be out of hand for SpeakEz Academy, as they are still spawning towards that back pre-throw location and are getting caught off spawn by both Reflections and iValley on the cut. Reflections now is working back towards outer, fighting downhill. iValley here, looking to work towards close steps. He's just finessing. There's 3 members of Vengeance Gaming in and around this point, as it looks like the side of SpeakEz Academy is going to be working heavily towards that. And with that kill, Reflections also is going to be able to pick up that streak. So if this gets towards a, you know, P3, P4 kind of side, it looks like this may be slowly pushing out of reach, but as we say all the time, once again, never chalked. They could manage to pull it back, but this is a very dire situation for SpeakEz Academy, as they are stuck, and Reflections is just farming right now. 8 in a row, looking to pick up a 9th onto Tippy. Switches over to Cellular's. Man, unfortunately gets killed on that one and gets in towards P2, and now, unfortunately, they might lose this scrap. Never mind, Charles goes huge, gets a little bit more time, but still, this rotation battle is going to be going down for reflections. He's managed to set up on this Heglitch. He's going to be very hard to take off with the way that he is shooting right now. And as they oh, he managed to get pulled off. Tippy, instead of spawns, hits Hill. Interesting play call coming out of him, but I guess he was left alone, so had to do something. But now it's going to be iBally. He's looking for this pressure back in the left side spawn, but doesn't see it. Cellular post on him. Gets absolutely dookied on, and now iBally moving towards time, looking for a second. A little bit of a heat check there for iBally. I would have liked to see him play his life a little bit more, maybe, and wait for his teammates, but when you're feeling yourself, you're feeling yourself, so, you know, it is what it is. And he's almost on double positive here. He is just frying at the moment. Him and Reflections have just gone absolutely massive for the side of Vengeance Gaming on this map, and, you know, we absolutely love to see it out of these boys, as iBally has now started to work towards rotation, and it looks like the side of Vengeance Gaming is going to have all of this control for next. You know, that is the big advantage that having such a big lead in a hardpoint gives you. Like, Vengeance Gaming has the liberty to decide, do I want to hit old? Do I want to rotate early? Like, they have a lot of decisions that are very easy to make because there's no pressure on either one. If they make the wrong one, it's okay. They split time, they move on. But any time that goes towards their side is just inching them closer and closer to this 250 point mark that is going to put the game out of reach and give them the series here. iBally now. Still pre-aiming outer, as it looks like the side of SpeakEz is just running into these pre-aims. And here comes the streak of reflections. Can he find anything? He is able to do so. Unfortunately, it's on iBally, but it's okay because it alleviates the hill pressure, and Vengeance Gaming is able to come away with the map and series win in fairly dominant fashion. I will say, for the side of SpeakEz Gaming, it wasn't the greatest series for them, but that control win was absolutely massive for them, and in that, like, there's definitely a lot of potential for this squad. If they're able to clutch up and win a round 5 offense against a team of the caliber of Vengeance Gaming, there is so much good to be taken out of this, and I think that they will be able to come back much stronger for their next series, whoever that may be against. And with that, that'll be the end of this series, and GG's to everybody in the game. GG's to everybody in the stream, all the, I'm assuming, owners, team managers, whoever's in there, Jay Reap, Silent, everybody. I appreciate the support, as always, and really great match. And that's getting enough for this map, but I will be live. I'm going to be playing probably some Warzone Resurgence, maybe a little bit of Ranked, everything else, I'm not sure. We're going to be doing a little bit of a drunk